Hey everyone, it's Ranger Russ live from the Meigs Nature Center. You can see I'm not in our new building today. I'm in the old building because we're doing a craft today. I want to remind everyone that the Meigs Nature Center is closed due to the social distancing requirements right now. But as soon as the Nature Center opens, I encourage you to come and visit, even if you're from somewhere else in the country or in the world that are watching us. If you are watching from somewhere around the world, please put up where you're posting from when you're asking questions or comments. And I like to really see how far this program reaches. I also want to remind everyone we need to continue to do those really important things. Washing your hands, not touching your face, cough into your elbow, cover your face with your mask, any sort of cloth. So they're saying to save the medical masks for the people in hospitals, so you can use a bandana or something like that. And keep your social distance. So as we learned yesterday, it's 36 sticklebacks. That's a very small fish. 36 of them between you and the nearest person, or one bear. Think of a bear's length away. That way you can know your social distance. And the sooner we're able to maintain social distance, the sooner we can open up our parks. Connecticut state parks are open. Some of them may have to close because there's limited capacity. We've shrunk the capacity to keep people further away from each other. Some of them had to close just because they're so small. If you come upon a park that is closed, please do not park out in front and hike into the park. You can get a ticket. You can be towed. Follow these guidelines. Help protect our officers that are out there trying to keep us safe. You can help them by following the rules. So I'm really going to ask everyone to follow the rules. Now, today, I really can't believe I'm getting to do what I'm doing right now because this is so much fun for me. We're going to be learning a little bit about sand, okay? So where does sand come from? Most of us know that sand comes from erosion. As rocks and stones are ground together and worn down by wind and rain, little pieces come off. They get smaller and smaller as the rock breaks and eventually end up with sand. So sand can come in many different colors. This is a little bit of sand from here at Hammonasset. I don't even know if you can see that. I need a magnifying glass. I love these magnifying glasses. I have great fun with magnifying glasses. You can get a great big mouth all of a sudden. Okay, so if you look closely at a small pinch of sand, you don't need a lot. You can get 100 grains of sand in just a little pinch. So if you take a close look at it, you will notice that the sand is not the same color. There are lots of different colors mixed together. And that forms an overall color of the sand. Sand comes in lots of different colors. In some places in the world, you can find it that's black. You can find it almost a yellowy color. You can find it pink or reddish purple. Lots of different colors of sand. As far as I know, there's no blue sand out there, but maybe. There's very white sand. The white sand comes from mostly quartz crystals or pieces of shell. So shell can also be ground into sand. So if you look closely at the sand, you might see here at Hammonasset, you will probably see a little bit of mica, which is a black shiny one. You will probably see some feldspar, which is a pinkish purple color or orangey color sometimes. The purple color is actually garnet. So garnet will grind up and be a purpley color. We do have purple sand here at Hammonasset, or pink sand here at Hammonasset. I think it depends on your definition of purple or pink. But the far end of the beach tends to get that, and that's because there are lots of garnet deposits inland, and as they're worn down, they separate out. Some grains of sand are smaller and finer than others, so they will sift and separate, and that's why the colors, you'll get layers of different colors sometimes. So here's a bit of a rock that has some feldspar in it, and you can see that orangey color. When that grinds down, you're going to get an orangey sand. But the feldspar isn't by itself. There's some white in here as well. So all of this ground together, you're not going to get really orange. You're not going to get white. You're going to get somewhere in between. Sometimes you can get blackstone. So most of the black stone beach or the black sand beaches are due to volcanic activity. So this is volcanic stone that's ground up. This is actually not volcanic stone. This is just a piece of coal that washed up on the beach and tumbled around a little bit. Coal is very light and grinds up quickly and is very hard to find once it's ground up. Now, Stony Creek, right down the road from me, produces these colors. So you can see where you'll get lots of the pinking color. And this pink is not from garnet, although pink or red can come from garnet. This is coming from granite, okay? This granite, Stony Creek granite, was actually used in the base of the Statue of Liberty, which I find fascinating, that something as significant of the Statue of Liberty had its base come from right here in Connecticut, right down the road. You can also get, this is from a quarry in Connecticut. This is from the O&G quarry in Connecticut. This is prehnite, and prehnite comes in green. It can be yellow, lots of different colors, but you can see if this ground up, you're going to get a very pale color, pale bluish yellow color. As it mixes together, you're going to get different things. And then we've got, this is also from Connecticut. I don't remember the mine that this one came out of, but you can see there's some garnet in there. So that's where you get the really pretty pink sand from. But then look, there's also some white and lots of gray. So there are lots of gray sands out there as well. But as it grinds up, it's going to become a different color when it mixes with other colors. So what we're going to do now, since we're learning about sand, we are going to use sand in a craft. This is a craft that I really enjoy doing. It's lots of fun. All you need is a little bit of glue and some sand. Actually, a bag of sand this big is all you would need. You could take the sand and divide it up into a few different baggies, and just a drop of food coloring in a bag, you mix it up, and that will change the color of the sand. So here I've got some bluish sand. We can't really find this many colors at Hammonasset unless you really spent a lot of time separating grains of sand. So we dye it. So there's a pinkish red one here, almost a black color, dark purple over here. So these are just made with a little bit of food coloring mixed in with the sand. So after you separate the sand into a few different baggies, you don't need as much sand as I have. This is for large craft programs that we do here at the Nature Center, which again, the Nature Center is closed, unfortunately, but when we open, you can come in and make one of these sand crafts yourself. The paper I'm using, this is water. I mix the glue with a little bit of water so it spreads a little bit easier. We're going to turn this down a little bit so that you, okay. And we're just going to put on some glue. Very simple. It's like you're painting, right? I'm sure you guys enjoy painting projects. It's lots of fun. Now, once you think you have what you want, you sprinkle a little sand on there. Sprinkle it on. You can go like this to spread it about. And then I have just a little pan. I'll dump the excess in, and then that can go right back into the bag. All right, so we've got a little bit. So that's my first color. Then we're going to do a little like this. It's a little bit difficult because you can't really see what it looks like until you put the sand on, but if you're not happy with it, you can just add a little more glue and just keep on going. I really can't believe that I'm getting to do this project today. I thought that I wouldn't be doing any art projects. I thought all the programs would be live animals. So this is really neat. Looks like I need a little bit more down here. Okay, so we've got a little of that. Now we can put in, let's do another color up here. And we're going to make this one, let's go with this color. Sort of a pink color. This color is actually not far from the color of the sand that we have down at the other end of the beach. All right, we'll do another color in here. So if any of you have done watercolor painting, this is a lot like painting with watercolors. And we're going to use a little green for that one. Got a little extra there. Put the green back in here. And then we're going to do all right, I think you can figure out what I'm painting now, or I guess it's not really painting. My sand art is, here, let's turn it around. So this is Hammonasset. We've got a tree up on the shore, wave crashing, and our beautiful sun. We actually, here at Hammonasset, we have some amazing sunsets. It really blows my mind sometimes that every day you think, oh, this isn't going to be a nice sunset, and then the sun goes away or the clouds go away and you get a gorgeous sunset showing up. Dump this color back in. All right, so that's my little cloud across the front of the sun. So you can make this project. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. Just like I said, a small bag of sand. Sometimes we sift the sand out because you may get little bits of stick or other things in it. But I actually like a little bit of other things in it. It'll add texture to your picture. Here's one that I did earlier. I didn't know that I would finish this one. So this is just another sunset with some trees and a rocky hill over there. So if you guys do one of these projects, I would love to see it. So if you could send me a picture, we'll put it up in our virtual learning center. If you go to meigspointnaturecenter.org, visit the virtual learning center, and you'll get to see the projects. You can also put up your own pictures, and we'll put them on there so other people can see how creative you were. It says, somebody said it used to be a favorite place. Very cool. I think a lot of people think Hammonasset is their favorite place. We get a lot of regular visitors to Hammonasset. So, does anybody have any questions about sand or even this art project, how you can do this yourself? I think this should be a lot of fun for you. I have fun doing these art projects. All right. There we go. So this is my sunset at Hammonasset with a wave. We usually don't get waves this big, but since I enjoy waves, I paint waves into my pictures. you don't have to paint a picture to look exactly the way your scene looks. You can make it look the way you would like it to look. And I like doing that. So I really enjoy doing this with you guys, for you guys. I hope that you're all having fun with our programs. Continue to tune in. The programs happen every day, Tuesday through Friday at 11 and 2 o'clock each day. And if you have ideas of something that you would like, I know someone requested a squirrel program. We will be doing a squirrel program coming up. Someone else requested a program about copperheads. So this Friday, we will have a copperhead program. Tomorrow, I'll do a program on horseshoe crab. Now, I did a horseshoe crab program already. You can go to the Virtual Learning Center in our archive or go to the YouTube channel and see that program. But tomorrow's program is going to be a little bit different because instead of having an adult horseshoe crab, we're going to be looking at a baby horseshoe crab. Really, really amazing. And then if you're interested, tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock, we have a horseshoe crab program. You do have to sign up ahead of time. It's a Zoom conference, and you can get a password to find out why or how horseshoe crabs have declined over the year, or why they have declined over the years. So please contact programs at meigspointnaturecenter.org to sign up for that program. We have a COVID-19 talk coming up this Saturday. If you want to find out why I keep telling you to wear a mask and to cover your mouth and to wash your hands, don't touch your face, tune in Saturday. Again, you have to sign up ahead of time, but you can learn all about the reasons why we need to do those things. And what else? There's a lot coming up. Friday, I'll be doing a traveling program, so I'll be out of Hammonasset. I'll be at another park. And tomorrow afternoon, we'll have another book reading from John Himmelman. So if you've seen the last two, they're great fun. I love to see he does his own art illustration, and the stories are just so much fun. And he has a fun time telling the story, so that's always a good time as well. So please continue to tune in to these programs at 11 and 2, Tuesday through Friday. If you have any questions after this is shown live, you can post them or send them in, and we'll be happy to try and answer them. Does the sand need to sit a bit after you use the food coloring, or can it be used? It dries pretty quickly, so once you shake it around, it'll soak up that color, and once the sand is dry, then you can use it. And the color actually lasts. This is something that I thought the color would probably fade pretty quickly. It actually takes a long time for it to fade. These were mixed a long time ago, and they're still holding their color. So it's really neat that you get to do this, and that color will stay for quite a while. All right. I see a lot of people are tuned in. I'm happy that you've enjoyed this program. Tune in tomorrow at 11 for our live baby horseshoe crab program. Can't wait to do that one, and I'll see you then.